Welcome back, guys. Now if you remember from our last video where we rebuilt the carbs on the car, you'll know that whilst we were doing that, the car did a little brake fluid wee. So today we're going to look at how we fixed it. When I bought the car, the rear brakes, one of them was seized on and the other one was seized off, which made it a little bit interesting to drive about. So I've already done a couple of these, so hopefully this one will just be easy peasy. So I'm fairly convinced that it's the seal that's gone on this guy. Why do you ask? Well, because that's where all the fluid looked like it was going up from, which is a pretty good indicator. So the first things first to change these seals is we need to get this piston out. I've got a handy little trick using my bike pump here. So what's this little trick? We've got two bleed valves, one on either side. This one's done up tight and the other one's connected to our bike pump. Now we can pressurise this guy up and I'll just force that piston out. First, however, I just want to check that it is the seals, so we're going to put some pressure in it and see if it holds it. I can hear that blowing. I don't know if you can see the needle drop in here, so there is no way that's going to hold brake fluid. So it definitely is these seals and we need to replace them. Oh wow, how did all that crud get in the brake system? Now we'll remove the old seal. Looking at it, those metal strands are probably the cause of our leak. The old seal actually looks pretty good, but as we're here, we'll replace it. Time to reassemble, so press the piston carefully back into the caliper till the seal starts to seat. So now we'll just use a screwdriver to very carefully nudge that seal fully into the caliper. To make sure that it's fully seated all the way around, I like to just spin the piston to ensure everything has gone in. Once we're happy, it's just pressing it in all the way and finishing up by fitting the dust cover. Okay, so we've managed to replace our old seals with some lovely new ones. So this guy is ready to go back on the car. Now I'm not going to do the test that we did before to check for pressure. The reason being is when you compress air, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and that moisture will condense and actually form water droplets. So if we do that in our piston, the brake fluid that is going to go in there will actually absorb that water and it will age your brake fluid really quickly. So we're not going to run that test, we're just going to put them on the car and fingers crossed we've done a good job and that holds holds the fluid in and we don't end up with a puddle of fluid on the floor again like last time. Now that we've rebuilt our calipers, it's time to put them on. Up, down. And there we go, as easy as that. Some nicely reconditioned calipers ready for the road. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time on Vic's Projects.